Welcome back to another episode of the Handsome Jacks podcast. Today we're talking about the favorite upcoming games and some other interesting topics. As always, I am your host, the angry Canadian Joel Dinan. Joining me, we have the lovely Austin, Austin, the owner of the Dimmadome.
That was beautiful, really.
Yeah, it wasn't botched at all. I definitely didn't have something entirely else written down that I just forgot. We have Jake Joestar, the Nazi historian.
Oh
no! We have everyone's favorite lovable Viking, Brendan. Yes. And last and always least, we have Jelly, the fuck cunt Jelly.
What's up, fellow gamers?
I think that made up for what you said about Dimit. That was creative as shit, dude.
TV
shows.
All right, so before we get into basically everyone's favorite upcoming games for this coming year, what is everyone's current obsession? And I do mean obsession, damn it, and Brendan.
Wow.
Fuck you, damn it.
Well, I mean, I've fallen into the BattleTech universe head first, and I haven't been able to crawl out of it in 2 weeks. I've got like about 70-ish hours on BattleTech from the last 2 weeks, which is probably by far the worst I've ever been kind of sucked into a singular game. And then on top of that, I just kind of picked up Mech Warrior Online for a little bit of the side hustle. So it's yeah, that and trying to backtrack Kingdom Come Deliverance and actually complete that game. So it's been a productive couple of weeks.
So me and Dim are on a wavelength right now because he started playing BattleTech and he's like, dude, here's a copy. Play it. And
Yeah.
So I played it a lot with him. And I fortunately was able to break off from it just for a little bit, and I played Kingdom Come Deliverance and some Witcher 3. And then he's like, hey man, I found another Mech Warrior game, Mech Warrior Online. It's multiplayer. Come play. I'm like, I'm on. He's like, they have a bear mech. I'm like, I'm downloading it right now, and then I gotta spend time with Mara, and I'll be right back.
Next, you're going to say
really
that the
went
game
down
made
like
you
that.
come.
It went down like that.
Oh, Jake, you don't even know.
Austin's over here trying to recruit me, saying there's Gundams in this game. Come play.
There is a Gundam.
It's not totally Gundam. It is if Caterpillar got his hands on a Gundam factory. That's what it's like. It's a little bit more kind of down-to-earth Gundam.
On a scale of Metal Gear to Gundam, where are we sitting at?
Closer to Metal Gear, but definitely with some Gundam influences.
Jake, you would
Okay, I feel
actually
ya.
love this game.
What was it, Mech Warrior Online?
Yeah, it's free.
And you just need to actually play BattleTech.
You bitch.
I do. I still need to down. You know what? I think that's the game I forgot to download the other day.
Shit, I'm surprised to no one.
Oh, wait, nope. I lied.
download.
I lied. It is downloaded.
Hello.
There is a guy.
Well, I guess I know what you guys are doing after this.
I need to take a little bit of a hiatus.
That's what you took a hiatus that lasted less than 24 hours.
The Steam Summer Sale's on. I got 1 or 2 new gems. They're gonna get some game time.
Hey man, you got any more of them mech games?
I can find a couple.
Not that I can talk much. I've been no life in the Battlefield games.
Ew. We know. Ew.
Okay, first
Which
off,
Battlefield games? Which Battlefield games?
I try. Fuck you. 1 is the best one since 3.
4 was pretty good.
Which is the best one since Bad Company 2.
I mean, we can go there if you want.
No, we're
I
not
mean,
going.
everyone has been the worst one since Bad Company 2, because Bad Company 2 was the shit.
We're supposed to be looking at the future, not the past.
Actually,
Okay,
You've been no-lifing Battlefield.
Yeah, been playing some of 1, a little bit of 5, and then I'm also sidelining some Command and Conquer.
My guy.
So
Proud of you.
Joel, what have you been playing?
I mean, it's been Rocket League until a couple days ago when I broke my controller.
Uh-oh.
I got mad enough where I broke a controller, which is a first.
I can still
Which,
Happens.
considering how
Everyone give
hard
a
I
round of
raid,
applause.
that's
Round of applause.
I
surprising.
can still hear the
Happens
crunching.
to the best of us, my guy. Welcome to the club.
So since that's dead, I'll probably go back to playing CS.
I
Or
feel
maybe
like
Overwatch.
I've knighted you now that you broke that controller. Like,
Dude, of all the years we played Xbox, that's the first controller I broke. Was a PlayStation controller on a PC on Rocket League.
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah. What about
I
you,
just-
Connor? What have you been playing?
Well, I was playing Counter-Strike for a while, and
Shocker.
but I'm really liking Valorant, which is kind of just a nice variation on the gameplay formula. Just a little bit of CS meets Overwatch. But other than that, I haven't really been playing too many games on like video games. I've been playing Magic: The Gathering and building some new decks.
So now can we kick him out?
And
of the podcast?
this is why I introduced you. This is why I introduced you as last and always least.
hey, don't hate on the Magic the Gathering.
No, fucking hate that.
Exactly.
That's ruin our friends.
Ruin your
Handle
weekend,
it.
friends.
Me and Dimit didn't
All
talk
right,
for
well,
months.
All right, let's get into what games we're up and coming for. I'm going to start this off because I think Dimit also has an interest in information on this. Dying Light 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because it was supposed to come out at the end of the year. And I did not have this game on my radar until we played a bunch of Dying Light a few months ago. And God, was that game ever actually fun and underrated gem. And then I found out the second one was coming out this year, at the end of the year, and then Dimit said it might not be.
Yeah, I had heard that they were having some serious issues with getting it out the door. I think it was before Corona, or maybe right at the beginning of it. They came out and said that they were going to switch to like a to be determined release date. But
oh bueno.
yeah,
bueno.
I mean, they've literally get like January 20th is when it was posted. Initially aiming for spring 2020 release, but unfortunately we need more development time to fulfill our visions, and they did not give another release date. So
I'm sad. That the first Dying Light was the biggest hidden gem I never expected to like as much as I did. And I didn't start liking it until like the second play section. So that was like, I don't know, like 6 hours in or something like that. And then it just turns into a laugh riot where you're just running around, messing around. It has a wonderful movement system. It's just fun.
it's a good combo of everything, and the co-op just adds so much to it. It's so fun to play with a group. So definitely.
I really hope it does come out this year, but I don't think it will at this point.
We got how are we gonna do this? We're gonna jump around. Joel, you want to just hit all yours?
I'll fire off my three. My three. So my second one is Halo Infinite. I think that might be on everyone. So I think this might be a interesting
Is this the
discussion.
Redeemer?
What are you guys actually intrigued about? Because for once, I'm actually intrigued about Halo's story.
Not a fucking thing. I don't give two shits
Wow,
about
alright.
that game.
That hurts.
I'm sorry, but like 343 has done like a shitty job of this franchise. First time, you got me. Second time, fuck me. Last time, go fuck yourself.
See, I didn't play 4 and I only played 5, so maybe that's why I don't hate it so much.
I was the opposite. I played 4, and I thought 4 was decent and okay, but had its faults. But I never played 5 just because I heard so much negativity about it, and plus I never bought into the Xbox One.
I didn't either, so I played it with friends.
As like a casual kind of Halo fan, I played, I believe it was 5. In the couple online modes, I did actually enjoy just from like a casual perspective, but I didn't touch the story at all. So it'll probably be the same for the next one. I'll jump in.
The multiplayer looked very fun, to be honest. It's just the story that I heard was just very undercooked and underdeveloped.
maybe I'm just excited for it because of how botched the Halo Reach multiplayer is, because they have all the a bunch of garbage maps in the game that isn't actually fun to play. Maybe I just want like casual Halo multiplayer with some not garbage maps.
I bet we can just all hope for like
Oh.
not another dropped ball. It seems like 343 is definitely trying to win back some fans with this one.
The thing is,
I don't know. I think it's interesting.
I'm not looking forward to it, but I know I'm gonna probably get it just to play with Jake. I'm probably gonna have fun either way. So
I'm surprised Jake hasn't said anything yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say, number one Halo fan, pipe up, please.
he's looking up
It's on
info.
the
He's
way.
putting on glasses and
Yeah.
he's wow.
Well, we can just move on and
maybe he's
bookmark
dead.
this.
I think he's dead. He's dead. Dead, dying, and gone.
He's gonna be so dead.
All right. Well, we'll have to revisit this when we get back to there. So I'm gonna fire off with my next one here. Who else is excited for Assassin's Creed Valhalla? Yeah.
Fuck! Oh,
That was
dude.
impressive.
I bet your neighbors love you.
Dude,
God.
she's 91 years
Yeah.
old and she drinks whiskey and she's had my mead and she fucking loves it. So she loves me. I love her. She can fucking hang. Plus, she says
Are you
she
gonna get a
never hears
threesome
me.
going?
So, huh?
Are you gonna get a threesome going? You sounds like you got a deep
Dude,
relationship
she's
here.
awesome. I love her to death, especially when she's like, "What's your favorite whiskey?" She's like, "Let me guess, Jameson." I'm like, I should marry you.
You know me too well.
Oh yeah. No, I'm really excited to play Assassin's Creed that's based off Vikings, basically.
Oh, I got you in
I
deep.
can't believe Joel has a single player game. What is this?
Yeah, I know. And here's the thing, Austin. I still haven't played Origins, which you gave me,
I
which
know.
I have to do, and then I'm gonna go play the other Assassin's Creed Odyssey that I bought and didn't play, and then I'll be buying Valhalla and then attempting to play that. Do you think I'm gonna get through all three games? I'm not sure if I
I
will.
think you just need to take like a hiatus and actually just focus on Assassin's Creed and single player games for
I think
once.
you need to
I
start
think
off.
you'd enjoy it.
I think you need to start off with Assassin's Creed Valhalla because let's be honest, like Viking shit, right? And we
Yeah,
can
Just
we
put
can
everything on
hire
hiatus.
each other's troops to fight alongside each other, Joel. I'll get this on PC
Oh.
for you.
Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah!
Damn it, just help me build a PC.
I get to roleplay Escalade in
Well,
Assassin's
I'll
Creed game.
roleplay
You get to
Thorkill.
roleplay
Hopefully,
Thorkill.
I can make a daughter just as good as his. I am
Be
working.
phenomenal.
Jeez.
Anyone else excited for this game, or is it?
I
Yeah,
mean,
I was gonna say.
I'm excited, but I have not played any of the Assassin's Creed once they took a step back from the yearly.
Don't worry.
I haven't
I
played
don't think you'll need to know
Origins,
much.
haven't played Odyssey. I've heard they're good, but I just
Origins is okay. It's fun in in an Egypt setting, but Odyssey's the better game. The best way to put it is Origins the better Assassin's Creed, or Odyssey is the best game because Odyssey is in Greece during the high point of the Greek era, and it's has nothing to do with Assassin's Creed. Not a fucking thing. Like there's no assassins in it until you get a fucking DLC. But got it.
From
But
what
you
I
can
hear, that
roleplay.
game has a lot
But
of
you can roleplay 300.
Basically, yeah, like it's still a fun game, but it has nothing to do with assassins. And I
heard that game has a lot of like kind of I don't want to say pay to win aspects, but they kind of made it so the combat focused on like leveling your character, and then if you didn't want to do all the grinding, you'd have to pay for some of your experience.
Oh, and I fucking did because it is a grind. There's one item I'm waiting for, and it's like level 40, and I've been grinding to get it, and I still not even halfway there. And I paid for the XP
that would
boost.
Doesn't sound appealing to me too much. I've dipped my toe in the series. Like I played a little bit of 2 and a little bit of what was the third game that had both Ezio and Altair or whatever.
Syndicate.
No.
Oh no, Syndicate was the
newer
British one.
Yeah, whatever it was called. I played a little bit of that, and I really enjoyed it. And I was like, okay, this series is okay. I just never really I just never sat down and played through a whole game. And I started playing 3, and I was like, within the first 30 minutes, I ran into like 10 bugs. I'm like, this game is so unpolished and garbage. It's like it just seems like with the yearly releases, it's just kind of pushing games out, and it didn't really appeal to me.
Yeah.
But
I wanted to play all of the Assassin's Creed in the same line, like all at once a couple of years ago. I was just gonna do it for stream, and then I tried to play the first one with a janky knockoff Xbox controller that didn't properly work. I'm just gonna say yikes.
yeah,
Never
ideal
gonna
way
get anywhere
to
hoeing
play
around like
any
that.
game.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm definitely looking forward to it. The trailers have got my interest, so it's on my radar.
Do you have any other picks or games you're interested in, Joel?
off the top of my head, I've what's the game? Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah, because I'm
That one looks good too.
I'm hyped for
I'm
that one
interested
as
in
well.
that because it's coming from the same studio that made Infamous, and I
And
love
Sly
Infamous.
Cooper.
Infamous is one of my favorite game
And
series.
Sly Cooper.
Yeah, also Sly Cooper.
It's like
I haven't played Sly Cooper, even
Who's the
though
one guy that
it
hasn't
looks
forgotten
like a
about Sly?
fun. But
Dude, I saw that it was made by the Sly Cooper guys. I'm like, I don't care. I'm buying the game. Maybe if I buy it, they'll make a new Sly Cooper. Just like Psychonauts.
well, I mean,
If I buy Psychonauts,
I'm a
I'll
lot
make
of
a
the-
legend.
Right. I mean, I pre-ordered it, but I'm still a little worried just because they've shown off like a gameplay trailer and it comes out next month.
Hey, that's your thing,
Did you see
though.
the new one?
You like going in blind.
yep,
Maybe they're doing it.
you'll
just
have
for
to
you.
tell me how it is.
True.
You have to
The
tell me
new
how it
one-
is, Jake, so I know
Well,
whether to spend money on it or not.
I'll
get a
let you
damn
know.
PS4. It's not that difficult, Joel.
I'll sell you mine, bro.
There you
There
go.
you go.
You get the
Okay,
joint
see, that's
You're
discount.
gonna get a
Interesting.
cum-covered PlayStation.
Yeah, let me.
And now I don't want it anymore because
Let me
you're
just
goddamn
pay-
right, Brendan.
Let me just pay the
I-
taxes, the shipping,
I
and send
don't-
it
I don't-
internationally.
I don't want to buy a PlayStation 4 from a porn addict. I don't know what's been on
The
there.
cum wasn't even the worst.
It's
There's
been on my
one
shelf
hair on
gathering
it.
dust. That's what it's been doing.
Sounds like you need to get some games for it.
It's not the cum that worried me.
I'll
It
tell
was
you, I
the
haven't played my
hair
PS4
on
since
it.
I got my computer. Like I played Metal Gear Solid on it. That's the reason I bought it. And then 6 months later, I got a laptop, and I was like, well, bye bye.
You
PS4.
sound like Jake when he finally
And,
got his PC. Jake's like, oh, I won't even touch that poor people console.
Except surprisingly, it's the console I've played the most the
I
past
know.
couple weeks.
We're like, where's Jake? I'm like,
I,
you play Battlefield.
I'm the same way. Like if I'm interested in a game, really, I buy it on PC. But if certain games like Battlefield and them, I like playing on PS4 and consoles. And if it's exclusive, of course, that's about the only reason I buy consoles anymore. It was for the really damn good exclusives, and they've paid off every time.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I've just barely played any of the PS4 generation of exclusives, or like I haven't touched like games like God of War, Red Dead 2.
You get it,
I
you've
haven't
been
played
playing
Spider-Man. I haven't
PS4
played
that
any of the really standout amazing titles that have come out in the past few years. I haven't really touched.
Better
I'm
go.
more
Fair
of a
enough.
player guy.
Can we just kick him now?
Oh.
I like me Smash Brothers, you know. I'm just a casual.
You like smashing bros.
I
Nothing wrong with
love
that.
Smashing Bros. I love it. It's great.
Kick him. Kick him.
Oh boy.
I'm real tempted to.
I say we kick off a new list and see what everyone else is excited for.
Fantastic transition. It was so smooth. It's not getting ruined at all by me talking about how smooth your transition was.
Okay, that's
Fantastic.
great.
Just
Boy,
shut
that
up,
was
Joel.
You're getting too meta, man.
Just let it happen.
That was real nice.
All right.
I can't let her have anything, dude. I can't let Shelly have anything. Are you kidding me?
I just had to ruin it.
This guy made me play Valorant, which is just bad CS:GO.
Okay, you guys just need to make your own.
You haven't even
pod on
given it a
this.
fair shot.
You guys
That
just
way
need
you
to
can
play all
get
the
all your
group.
hatred.
Yeah, you may be right.
Get
All right.
it all out.
Someone fire off with a game
I'll
we're
go.
excited for.
Alright, I'm excited. Whoa! Oh, excuse me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I-
I said I'll go.
You said I'm going. I was already starting, but after you, sir.
No. Let the weeb go. I know what he's gonna say.
Oh, you do, huh?
Jake, just go.
All right. One of them is Halo Infinite, even though it hasn't had a solid date yet. It's still 2020.
Someone seems a bit late to the
Yeah.
conversation,
Yeah,
doesn't
we
he?
talked about it.
Late to the party.
Oh, thank God we let you go.
Yeah. Ow.
Sorry, I was away.
No, we were gonna bookmark this so you could come back to it because we wanted to hear your Halo thoughts.
All right,
Okay.
number one Halo fan, shoot. I want to
Did you,
hear what your
did you guys
thoughts are.
watch the new teaser trailer for it they just released?
No.
It was like a minute of bullshit.
So,
Basically,
So the first trailer?
it was, but it's exciting because they're actually bringing in the Halo Wars stuff now finally to the main series, because the guy that was on the radio was the leader of the Banished faction that you fight in Halo Wars 2.
Oh shit! I didn't even put that connection together.
So it sounds like we might be going back to the Ark,
ooh.
which is pretty cool. And we're finally going to get
They mentioned the captured Ark, so yeah, that would make sense.
I knew they captured the Ark, but that makes a lot of sense, especially because they need to go back because Cortana just hacked the rings at the end of 5.
So if we go back to the Ark, as a Halo 3 fanboy, that would be super awesome. I hope they bring the Arbiter in. Also, still a little nervous. They haven't shown any fucking gameplay. We got like this teaser and then a trailer of a bearded dude finding Chief in space.
Hell yeah.
So I don't know what the fuck's
You know
going
why
on.
they're doing it like that? You know why they're not showing off the gameplay?
It's gonna be shit.
Because they want to gauge reactions to make sure that they're gonna release the right type of gameplay. Because they've gone off the rails with like pushing Halo into not Halo-dom, like with all the different like Spartan abilities you got in 5, and how like over time it's been gradually feeling less and less like Halo. They want to
5's
really make sure
gameplay
that
was
people.
fine. I mean, I would take even 4 over 5. But to me, the big thing that 5 hit the bed with was the story.
Yeah.
Like, there's like
I'm saying that
no
people don't
Chief.
like
You have this Locke guy that has no relation to anyone and no one gives a fuck about. The only good part of that story was the Arbiter stuff.
I actually kind of liked playing as Locke and actually seeing Master Chief from a different perspective.
Like, that's interesting, but I feel like they didn't really do enough with it, because you like see them like tussle for like 30 seconds once, and then after that, Locke's like, now we gotta go save the Chief from resurrected evil Cortana.
I guess.
It's just, I don't know. Like they hyped it up in all the trailers, or like, oh, we want to see how Chief like is like almost like a traitor because he's going after Cortana or something, and then it's like they tussle for a few moments and crack Chief's helmet or something, and that's it.
Not his helmet. It's expensive. Now nanobots are gonna have to replace it, make it look completely different.
You know how much
He already
expensive
has
is, son?
He already has nanobots in the suit, so
I'm saying that
they
they
can already
changed.
do that.
I'm saying that they changed the look of the Master Chief armor like every game.
I'm
That's
just
the
saying,
nanobots in his suit
story
doing that, dog.
and
It's been explained in the
That's what I
lore.
was saying. I was. Never mind. Joel doesn't get what I'm trying to say.
No, I don't.
Anyway, story and lore wise, I found 5 to be a disappointment. So hopefully they can right that ship with Infinite. I got confidence the gameplay will, at worst, be good.
I really
mean,
hope they release it for
better
PC
be good.
They better
alongside
let me
Xbox
dual-wield.
because
I mean,
Right?
this
I
is the way
missed
I
you,
look
really.
at it. I know Microsoft has been putting a shit ton of money into the next kind of console generation with buying up all the studios and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think failure is an option. For the
No,
Halo
they got to come out
franchise at
swinging
this
hard
point.
this
It
next
has
gen.
to be good. It has to be a front runner.
Hey man, Call of Duty revived itself with these last couple of games. I think this Halo can do it too.
I'm not saying it can't revive itself. I'm just saying it's pretty paramount that it does well for the overall console.
Halo
they're gonna
1,
release it.
2, and 3 changed the gaming industry when they came out. They want Infinite to kind of like come in and set, lay a foothold in the dirt, actually make a statement with their games.
Here's my prediction. I'm thinking the campaign is going to be some kind of like open world deal, similar to like Metal Gear Solid 5's open world, where you have like you got to go here, here, and here to do the missions, but you can travel in between to get to them and do them how you want to do.
You want Halo to be open world?
Well, no, that's what I think they're doing. That's
Yeah,
what
that's what
tagline
they
of
said they're gonna
Infinite.
do.
God, I hope not.
They said they're gonna make
Yeah.
it kind
Oh,
of
boy.
like a hub area too, kind of like Destiny.
So I'm betting that's why they're going back to the Ark, because then you can like, oh, here's the forest land, here's the desert area, here's the winter area.
So, what I get is they're making Halo into Destiny.
That's what I've read. Like
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what it sounds like.
That
I got
does
one
not
hand,
sound like a great idea.
That'd be interesting, but on the other hand, I hope it's not as loot based. I hope it's
don't-
more focused just on the tight gameplay and like good level design.
I'd be fine if it was
I don't care to pick up.
more.
I don't really want to pick up super duper assault rifle with gold trim to do slightly more damage to grunts.
To be fair,
It's a legendary battle rifle.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God I got my pink fire battle rifle going.
but to be fair,
I'm so
the
happy I
amount of
found
time
this in
we
the
put
blue
into
war
that,
chest.
Jake, you're making fun of it, but we put a lot of hours in to get that shit.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I love Destiny 2, but I don't want my Destiny 2 in my Halo.
True.
I want my
Because when
assault
you play
rifle
Destiny
to be
2,
an
You
assault
shit in
rifle.
my cereal.
You got
what I
chocolate
ordered.
in my peanut butter. You got peanut butter in my chocolate.
All right, Jake. What else you got for us?
I don't know if you mentioned this at all, Dimit. Iron Harvest this September.
Not yet. I have not. I've not talked about it yet, but it's on my radar for sure.
Oh yeah. So like, I don't know if you looked at the gameplay a whole lot. It's kind of looking like it's going sort of back to base building RTS, except for resources. It seems like you have to capture points on the battlefield to generate resource money to build more units and more structures to upgrade your units and shit like that.
It looks very Company of Heroes-esque to me, where it's like there is kind of base building. It's kind of micromanagey in the battles, and they kind of do a little bit of that as well. But that's kind of what it reminded me of. It looks good, and I'm hoping for the best because I don't know. They released, I think, a trailer a little bit ago.
Yeah, for the
And it was all right, but it
play.
didn't really capture my imagination too much.
No, I mean it was a fine cinematic trailer, but like I want more like examples of the gameplay from the devs. Because when I look it up, I have to find like random ass streamers or like, hey guys, I'm playing the beta and I'm gonna obnoxiously commentate over every little thing I'm doing.
Oh, so
Yeah, I hate when I do that.
sounds like Game Informer. Try to watch
I was gonna
Cyberpunk
say,
today,
like-
and they're like, "We're going to talk through this whole thing." I'm like, "Well, I hate you, and you guys don't deserve a job."
I was expecting a Cyberpunk circle jerk, but that's not coming out this year,
I'm
is it?
leaving it.
Yes, it
I'm
is.
leaving it for a certain
Well,
person in this group. I'll slightly mention it, but
Okay.
I'm going to leave it to someone else to get into.
All right, so the circle jerk is coming
Oh,
later.
yeah.
It is definitely
Circle
coming
jerk
later.
now. It's already
Oh
been brought up.
yeah!
We might as well circle
Don't
jerk
you
now.
worry.
So,
Mark, bring me the
well, I got
loot!
a few more games I want to get through before we start circle jerking Cyberpunk for half an hour.
Okay, go.
All right, so yep, except for Iron Harvest, loving the World War I diesel punk aesthetic. I think it's going to be very cool, aggro-based RTS. Another one other person that might care here is Jelly. No More Heroes 3. Another fun
Don't care.
action beat 'em up
Sorry.
from Suda 51.
God,
That's right. I kind of figured it wasn't you. It was just
You
I
kept
love
trying to get me
comedy,
into the
love the
series, but
love the characters, love the aesthetic, love just how it also mixes all of that with some thoughtfulness in its gameplay. But Horizon
I'm sorry to
Forbidden
get
West,
memed on, boy.
excited for. Love
My
the first
heart.
Horizon when it came out.
absolutely. I've been meaning to play the first one. I've got like 6 or 7 hours into it, and I just kind of dropped it and never picked it back up. I
It's a
need
game
to
you can
finish
spend
it.
a lot of time in. I put like at least 60 before I was done with it.
That's crazy.
It,
That's another game
is
you need to play.
impressive.
It looks great.
I would easily recommend it, and it's coming out to PC sometime this summer. The first one is, so I'm probably going to pick that up just to have it on a console that's not going to be outdated in like a year.
Well, we'll see how they do the backwards compatibility.
Oh, true. Well, I mean, if it was designed for PS4, it can't be too awful. At least it's not.
I'm
made for
sure
PS3.
it'll be backwards compatible on 5.
Yeah.
That's one of their kind of mainstays.
I'm excited for it. They don't have a release date at all, though, so that's why it's just getting a quick mention. Last one I got on my list is Werewolf: The Apocalypse Earthblood. Brendan, do you got that one on your list?
Yeah, buddy.
Dude, no release date on that one, though, but I saw the new trailer, and I'm hyped as
I've been
hell.
reading.
I need something to get that like and itch out
I've
of me.
been reading up on it, and like every journalist that's played it is like, this is like the most underrated thing ever. Why are they not releasing gameplay trailer?
I know, and I'm so
They're
excited
just
to see how it
releasing-
plays. I just
Cinematic trailers. They haven't released any gameplay, and journalists are like, "This is fucking great. Like the gameplay mechanics
exactly
are
is it?
amazing. They're like, why aren't they doing it?"
right.
Is it like an RPG or?
It's.
I
I think
don't
it's
know.
more of like an.
That'd be good.
I think it's going to be a lot like Uncharted, like action. Like there's,
Gotcha.
it's somewhat open world, from what I read. And then you have to switch between the different stages of your werewolf form to traverse different areas.
That's pretty cool.
Seems
I-
pretty neat, yeah.
I saw the trailer they put out like a week ago,
Uh-huh.
something like that, for one of the conferences, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, I don't even know what the hell to like interpret from it
So
because a lot of shit went on in the trailer, and I'm like,
so werewolves in that world are like earth protectors. Like they're all about the wilderness and preserving it, and their main enemy is vampires because vampires in their eyes ruin the world, and they're the reason why there's pollution and shit. So basically, you're going to be fighting a corporation that's building mechs and shit, and the head of the company are like a bunch of vampires.
that makes sense now that I've seen the trailer and you kind of explain. It totally makes sense now.
Yeah,
But
like that's the thing.
at the first, I'm like, they're like time traveling, but they're not.
With
and-
Vampire the Masquerade 2, Bloodlines, like you don't have to know the world to understand it. And Werewolf the Apocalypse is set in the same world, but no one ever knows about Werewolf the Apocalypse because Vampire the Masquerade was a bigger sell.
Gotcha.
Fucking vampires ruining shit again.
Yeah.
There is another one of those games coming out too, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Trust me. Wink, wink. Someone's going to talk about it. Wink, wink. Wink.
Say no more.
Jake, does that wrap up your?
That pretty much wrap it up. The last thing I got, I'm kind of excited, but kind of not, I guess, is Assassin's Creed Valhalla. On one hand, it's Assassin's
boy.
Creed.
Going right in to another one.
Slid right
I
in.
know.
Go for the trap.
But on the other hand,
Come play with
it's
us.
continuing the trend of Viking bullshit that we've had for like the past
shut
10
your
years.
whore mouth.
So
You got.
I'm just
You
tired
got the
of
last samurai. You
Vikings.
shut your mouth.
Jake patiently didn't miss the entire circle jerk just to come in and ruin
I don't
it.
think.
No less than 20 minutes after the
I
fact.
don't think it
You
was so much as
sold
a
it.
circle
Jerking over
jerk
the
as
Valhalla
just
stuff.
me and Joel getting each other ready. Hey man, I'll get you ready. Don't worry, man. I'm a bro.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Vikings are cool. Norse mythology is cool, but I'm just burnt out, man.
I don't know why you don't watch any of it or play any of it. You played God of War. That was the first Viking thing you've ever done.
I played Skyrim.
Dude, that took you
Who are
6
basically
years to
not
play.
Vikings.
It took you 6 years, Jake. Don't even get me started on your.
And ESO went back to Skyrim. And then we got Viking the TV show, Viking
Okay.
the anime. God of War went Viking.
hey.
When anything that has ran out of ideas, they're like, let's go Viking.
Hey, but how awesome was
Did
that
you
anime?
just say Vinland Saga ran out of ideas, and that's why they made a fucking
I'm just
one of the
saying
best mangas I've
that
ever fucking
so-
read?
Another heavy metal album goes Viking.
And just like Jelly is no longer public enemy number one, Jake has taken the position wholeheartedly. Congratulations, Jelly.
God damn.
I-
You might be so
I think-
Colin
I think-
Robinson.
I think the German enthusiast is mad that the Vikings took over the world first.
Why would I? If I was a German enthusiast, I'd be excited for that.
Yeah, for some reason.
Meanwhile, Jake's like, I don't play Wolfenstein because it's just not right.
Hey, I did play Wolfenstein. I just haven't played the second one yet because I heard it was awful.
Yeah, we're not even gonna get into that. Don't worry. I already bought the second one today for like $10. I'll let you know.
I'll be
I
the
heard it was
final
like
decision
an
on
8-hour
this.
game, and 5 hours it was cutscenes or some shit like that.
Man, I just watched like 14 hours of cutscenes of Death Stranding. That shit don't scare me no more.
Dude,
I've
no
seen it
fucking-
all.
14 hours you haven't played Metal Gear Solid
Nah, I
4.
don't even. I don't even know how long cutscenes are in Death Stranding, but towards the end, it gets cutscene heavy.
No, if you want cutscene
Jake-
heavy, Metal Gear Solid 4 is the game you want.
Exactly.
Jake,
in
you've
the
lost so
movie.
much respect from me.
Yeah.
You gained so much when you started watching JoJo's, and you said you loved it.
Man, it's been a roller coaster for
And
Joel today.
now
Just playing with
Yeah.
his fucking
we got
emotions.
issues.
Yeah, I got
We have
issues,
underlying
too. He's like,
issues
oh my
now.
god, there's
I mean,
5
I don't have any
Viking...
issue with Vinland
Dude,
Saga.
dude.
It's a good anime.
This was Jake.
But really, it was only a matter of time before they made Vikings the anime.
This is what I heard from Jake. Oh my god, there's 5 Viking things in this world since 2011. Fuck me. Where's my Last Samurai 2?
Give me more weave shit. I have sword. Come on, guys.
You can't even deny that heavy metal is like oversaturated with Viking shit.
Oh, dude, heavy metal, like the whole doom metal genre, is just one big jerk off of Viking shit. And anyone who listens to doom metal and disagrees with me, you're fucking wrong. Turn
Like,
on
it
the
doesn't even have
Viking
to be
TV show and
Viking
just play
focused.
doom
They'll
metal
be
in the
doing a
background when
song.
it fits.
Right? Like, it doesn't have to be like a Viking focused song. They'll just be going and they'll casually like mention Valhalla or something.
Dude, there's a power metal band.
Oh
How
boy.
about that? No, it's an Irish band, Irish metal band, and they're singing about Colin, and all of a sudden they're just like Valhalla. I'm like, what? And I even looked at the lyrics. I'm like, this doesn't fit anywhere. They just yelled Valhalla.
That sounds like a metal band, all right.
I mean, that shit works, doesn't it?
Like, I can't complain about it. I was like, yeah.
I mean, listen, all I'm saying is popular media lately has been filled with Thor from Marvel.
Stop.
Oh my
Fuck.
god. Stop digging your hole. I'm gonna have to
boy.
start hating you.
Alright.
Since you mentioned
Let's
Marvel,
rewrite-
can we
anyways,
segue into the
let's
Marvel
rewrite the
Avengers
Oh,
train.
don't
game?
worry, I'll talk
But
about
maybe
it.
it'll be interesting. But it's Vikings, so I'm definitely not getting it on release.
Oh boy. Well, I mean, let's be honest here. With any Ubisoft game, we don't buy it on release anymore.
I don't know,
We
but
could
it might.
just wait like a year.
I pre-ordered the special edition.
I'm about to say,
Well,
I know this
I might be
motherfucker.
doing the
He's
same
getting-
thing.
Assassin's Creed, they've been coming out with like a solid package lately anymore. Like out
to
the
be fair,
door.
since they've
Well,
But
been
they
any
stopped
like
making them
kind of
one a
open
year.
world game like Division 2, it came out and I'm like, sweet, can't wait to pick it up in a year and a half. Like anything with like a Ubisoft like expansionism, and they just generally make things better over time. And it's like, I'm just gonna wait. So,
Speaking of
I
Ubisoft, whatever
I
happened
might
to
be looking up
Ubisoft?
the collector's edition right now,
oh
Brendan.
boy,
Dude, I want.
Alright,
Dude,
alright,
is that the
who's-
like $200 one?
That comes with the statue,
Yeah.
right?
Dude,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
I
Yeah.
even asked my wife, I'm like, hey, babe, how much do you like my dick downs? My good.
and then she's like, no, you can't buy it, and then immediately just put it
She's
all.
just like, I don't know what an orgasm is. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll go back downstairs.
Ah,
All right, let's keep this moving along. Who's next?
I'll go next. I'll do some of mine.
okay, Jelly, don't disappoint. There's a
Yeah,
lot
I was
riding on
gonna
this.
say,
You're
Jelly,
We already
before
talked
you go,
about
I just
Halo.
need to let you
you're
know.
out of the firing line for once. Keep it that
Jelly,
way.
before you go, I just need to let you know they've never confirmed a CS:GO 2.
Oh no. That's not what's going to be anyway.
Just hears
It's
a
going to be Source
gunshot.
2. That's never going to come out either.
All right, Jelly, go full send.
So you guys already talked about Halo Infinite and Ghost of Tsushima, which both look awesome. I guess I'll mention Deathloop, which I don't think you guys noticed. I think you guys played. I played a little bit of Dishonored. It's the same studio who did that, except they're doing it in a different time period. There's more of a gunplay element to it, and like you're all on an island and you're time traveling back and forth. It's you and another rival.
Is that the Bethesda
And you both have
title?
assassin. Yeah, you guys have the powers.
But Bethesda's publishing it.
Yeah, so Bethesda
I
title.
believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It
but
looks
they're
pretty
not
nice.
working on it any. So,
It looks pretty fun.
I've been kind of keeping tabs on it a little bit, and then they released. I think it was like once again a week ago during the big conference. They released that gameplay, and I'm still just like, man, what the fuck is this game really about? Like oh, it's assassin. She's trying to kill you, but you're trying to kill her, and
It's
like,
about breaking
okay,
the chain or something, from what I heard.
what
Like,
the
you're
hell is
trying
the
to get out of
actual
time
game
trial.
about? Like, am I gonna be? Is it open world? Is it? So
It sounds like it's going to be kind of like open area, kind of like Dishonored, but then you're going to like fulfill an objective or complete a mission, then you'll be transported to somewhere else, and then the whole point of the other assassins to try and stop you from getting there, and then you die and you time travel back or something like that. That's what it sounds to me.
I'm
But,
definitely interested in it, and I'm
Yeah,
hoping
I just saw the one
for the
game
best.
trailer, but it looked dope.
This sounds like you're trying to indulge the fact that I tell you to kill yourself every time we play a video game together.
That's the love coming out.
Whenever Jelly gets angry now, he just goes and plays that game. Keep dying.
I just kill a rival. Yeah. Demon Souls remake. I played a little bit of Demon Souls, and it'd be nice to play it on some next gen hardware with better graphics, and maybe they fix up some of the gameplay, because this is the first Souls game that really launched the craze. And then Dark Souls came in.
I hate my life, and I now hate video games craze.
Essential. You guys have played Hollow Knight? It is a pretty fun indie title, and it's got a sequel coming out where you play as one of the other characters in it. I haven't seen a whole lot of gameplay for it. I know there's like some stuff, but that's got me pretty intrigued.
I've played Shovel Knight. I've never played Hollow
Oh,
Knight.
man, I love Shovel Knight.
Riveting.
Hollow Knight.
information, Joe.
I recommend it.
I played a game with a similar name.
It's Metroidvania.
You can use a shovel to dig someone's grave. Jellies.
I think you're the one who died in the grave, sir.
Oh boy.
That's for commentary.
So, Jelly, is this looking to be the Dark Souls of remakes?
It is dark. Ooh, Dark Souls. No, it's fucking. It's kind of like a Metroidvania, to be honest. Like a where you explore the level, you gain new powers, and you go around and kill shit. And if you die, it does have the Souls element where if you die, you lose your monies, and you got to go collect them up, and then if you don't, you lose it. So it does have some Souls element. But what game hasn't adopted some Souls elements that are like
now, Demon
RPG?
Souls, it's a lot more level based than Dark Souls, isn't it?
Oh, we're going back to Demon Souls now. I guess
Derail the train again.
Yeah. Demon Souls. What was the question?
It's a lot more level based than Dark Souls, which is kind of open world.
Yes, it's like area based. So you go through a portal to an area, and you try to like fulfill objectives. It's the same thing as Dark Souls in a way, but instead of like running to the area in an open world, you usually have like a portal to an area that leads you there. So a little bit more railroaded in that regard, but you can't really blame them. It was like their first venture into that sort of title. But I think it was really fun. I only played like through the first few parts. There's a dragon who guard like a watchtower who like burned my ass for like an hour, and I was like, I give up. You can't run across it. I tried, but then I beat it eventually. And I need to play more of it, which is why I want to buy the remake. I have a few more. There's one I want to goof on. Marvel Avengers. It kind of looks cool, but then again, all the characters look like Sims characters in Marvel outfits.
It looks like they hired the actors stunt doubles.
Well, I thought the same thing, but this last trailer and the last stuff they've been putting out is actually like looked a lot better. Like, because they're showing what customizations you can do, and like Captain America doesn't look like a stunt double anymore.
I saw the original gameplay and it looked like a Lego game.
It did.
You guys ever play Marvel Alliance? Those games are pretty fun.
I played Marvel Puzzle Quest.
Oh my god, don't get him started on
that. Single-handedly bankrolling that game.
Dude, me and the two Funhouse guys are keeping that game alive. Dude, $10 a month.
Sir, I mean, revenue's looking pretty solid, but the player base has dropped to just 3 people.
I think I've given them like $120 for the last 3 years.
I haven't even give games I love $120.
Until I get that Daredevil, man. 5-star.
All right, if we're talking about immediate, like soon to come out titles, I think we should definitely rep Elder Scrolls 6. I'm so hyped for it. Every moment I don't have it, I'm literally starving myself of air. Just waiting.
My heart.
Well, I'm just gonna prep you for that, and I'm gonna say just stop. And wait for it to come out, and hopefully it'll be good.
As long as
But
they
if
don't
it's
give
not
it
good,
the
then
Fallout 4 treatment, we should be fine.
Which, if they
Okay.
do,
Could-
we'll always
the
have
Fallout
Outer Scrolls
76
Online.
Fine, it's
treatment.
debatable. Hey, don't
Like
they have another
Fallout
game,
4?
Starfield, that's been in the works for like a long time?
Oh yeah, that Starfield sci-fi game.
I'm excited for that.
The
They
Yeah,
showed
they
like
might-
a teaser
To
trailer.
be fair, I'll wait a little bit longer on Elder Scrolls 6 to try a new IP by Bethesda.
Like I
I
don't
kinda
know,
would too.
like they just. I feel like they were expecting 76 to go so well, and they could just ride on that bankroll. They're like, "Fuck it, we're good, guys." And then it didn't work, and they're like, "Fuck it, guys, this shit's got to be mint, otherwise we're in a little bit of trouble."
And they try
Well,
to
I'm
milk
wondering
the
if,
shit out of
publishing
76 with
kinda
all the
forced their
different
hand.
season passes and stuff they have. Like they try to get like the 76 100 club or whatever, where you can have your own server and you had to pay for like $100 for it.
And then all the other players started bullying the Fallout 100 players.
Yeah.
What is
Dude,
this,
it-
Minecraft? Is this
Dude.
Minecraft now?
That
Freaking
game,
hilarious.
it is. There's been a couple games this generation that have gone down that road where it's like they can't be righted, like they can't fix it. It's fucked forever,
One of those is Anthem for sure.
Ooh,
dude.
Oh god, I keep forgetting
Anthem was
I
butchered on
forget that
release.
was even a thing. That
Yeah,
must have-
Anthem was butchered on release. It was butchered in beta, in fact. Like
I
that.
mean,
no.
when the game's supposed to come out in a year, and you're like, okay, guys, what's our story? Probably not a good way to start the meeting.
I forgot.
1 year
yeah.
out from release.
The press release was like where the developers finally got a vision for the title, because that's how bad the managing of the game was. It wasn't
Yeah, they
the
had no
it
fucking
wasn't
idea
the
what they
dev
were doing.
fault. It was the fucking management leading them down like a shit show road, trying to make them
Oh,
use an engine that
Bioware.
wasn't going to work.
EA Sports is in the shit pile.
EA's like, yeah, BioWare could handle it, and BioWare's like literally on its last legs. It's lost everyone that was important to it, and it's just wants to die. And they're like, yeah, make this game.
BioWare's gonna go join Papa Westwood soon.
And pop a fucking Visceral and
Oh,
Pandemic.
It's
and,
all going to ride on
we'll just stop
Dragon
there.
Age 4.
Jesus
Oh hell
Christ.
yeah,
I'm
brother!
surprised they weren't taken out back and just shot.
I mean, to be
But Papa
honest,
EA.
I thought Anthem was gonna be the final nail in the coffin. I didn't think they'd even get the
Well,
chance to do Dragon Age 4.
I guarantee this is what kept them alive. Once EA was like, you don't make money off of single player games, and everyone just shit on them, their stock market tanked a bit, and then they're like, okay, so Bioware, you have like one chance to make a single player game. Dragon Age is it. You fuck that single player up, you're done.
yeah, it always surprises me. They have survived as well. Like they've been doing decent, but studios have been canceled for less.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right, Jake, I'm about to take the fire back from you. I want to get the ire of everybody.
Oh god,
Overwatch
he just does
2
it
is
to
something I'm
himself.
looking
He's a
up
sucker
to.
for
I
pain.
want-
Okay,
I want Overwatch 2 to come out. I want it to be really good.
Oh
To be
no!
honest,
I'm done.
okay, Jelly, I'm kind of there with you because I would like to play a single player Overwatch just for casual gameplay because I
For
do
sure.
find the story interesting when there is a story to it. So like the one video they put out every 6 months.
Exactly.
So I wouldn't mind it. Plus, I'm not good at Overwatch online, and Joel just yells at me. So it's a way I get my Overwatch in without
I
getting,
yell at everyone, to
without
be
getting
fair.
yelled at. And
I just want to play my
team
game,
based.
Daddy. Play
Those
it
are
better.
We're gonna be playing it as a group. It's gonna be like 6 persons.
Joel,
Left 4 Dead with all
Joel
these crazy
teaching is
athletes.
like my dad teaching me how to do something. He's just like, okay, so do this. I don't know how. We'll just do it.
Well, just do it, or else you're getting whipped. Yeah, you learn by trial, by pain.
So as a casual Overwatch fan, I am looking forward to it just to play it when like no one's on or something, just to get some story or some gameplay out of it.
Here's
Can I just
here's
mute my
the
mic
worrisome
and play?
part.
Yeah, mute
I
your
don't
mic
think
and
there's gonna be a
scream.
whole lot of story to it. I think it's gonna go way too quickly, and then the fun of it is just gonna be like replaying levels like Left 4 Dead was. I hope the levels are fun enough. I hope the encounters in the game are enough, because all the events that they have showing like the PvE Overwatch weren't that exciting.
Mhm.
They were
No,
fun
they
at
were
first, and they got really
very-
intense. But they're gonna try and evolve on that
But
formula and try and
here's the
make it so
thing
you
that
upgrade your hero.
they're good at
Go ahead.
taking other games and making it better. So if they do take this down like the Left 4 Dead route with Overwatch, I think they could do it good because that's what they're good at. They're good at taking other games and making it better.
hmm And I think the fact that they're willing to let the community do a few things with like how they made Overwatch open to the community and they can make their own game modes. They need to add a little bit of that extra exciting, like kind of do your own thing, customize your own levels, or like customize your own counters, make these events happen. I think they can make it really exciting and replayable, where you're up against a horde of like the hardest enemy. You get all this crazy abilities. I don't know. That's my list. There's a few indie games that kind of look interesting. Like I think it's like 12 minutes. It's like a thriller game where it's like a top-down thriller game where you're trying to protect your wife from being murdered, and you
Yep,
keep. Well, there's a
definitely
lot
on
of
my
time
radar as
travel
well.
games coming out recently. You notice that? A lot
I
of reversing
mean,
time.
yeah.
Prince of Parmesan, turning back the hourglass. You know what I mean?
All right, well, let's keep this rolling. You know what, Austin? I think it's time.
Boys, it's ready for the circle jerk. All right, I'm gonna run down the games that have already been brought up a little bit. Dying Light 2, super looking forward to it. Hopefully they get the shit sorted out because they released a whole bunch of shit that looked like it was going well, and then they just said, "Yeah, it ain't ready." So I'm hoping that delay is a good thing and is better than ever. Ghost of Tsushima, super excited for it as well. I'm kind of liking how they're equally like, oh, you could be stealth based, or you can be like a warrior, and just head on fight. I like that aspect of the game, where it's not shoehorning you into one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
And the setting and everything just looks beautiful and super interesting. So excited for that. We talked a little bit about Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. What a title. And
King of titles.
I mean, it literally has a trademark and another copyright thing in the actual fucking title itself.
Wait, does it actually?
Yeah, like on Steam right now,
I'm looking this up.
it's something to behold.
Vampire the Masquerade
There it is.
Bloodline.
Holy
Okay.
shit, you weren't joking. Holy fuck.
But yeah, it looks super interesting. I hadn't played the first one, but I kind of enjoy like vampire-ish
Hey.
games.
On sale for $10 right now.
I might have to just
And-
dive in.
And I've looked some stuff up about it, and it's, from what I've read, it's still pretty good. It's like a cult classic when it comes to RPGs.
I'd heard that it has a huge following still. I'll have to definitely give
I
that
know
one a
people
go.
who played the Vampire the Masquerade and enjoyed it. It kind of looked cheap to me, but I didn't really invest myself.
It did come out a long time ago.
Yeah.
I think it was like early O's.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give it a go still.
I must be thinking of the wrong game.
But yeah, it looks super interesting. They haven't really shown too awful much, I guess, in how the game actually works. So that's kind of up in the air. But looks interesting nonetheless. And it's circle jerk time. It's Cyberpunk 2077 time.
And
Keanu
I'm the only one here
Reeves.
that's not excited for it.
Yeah, that trailer dropped today. My fucking hype is through the roof.
The guy who's
and
been
I'm
saying
trying to control
I'm
it.
not going to get hyped for it.
Dude, I really don't want to overhype it because at the end of the day, it's just a game, and
But it's a
I don't know.
AAA budget
It's just by
cyberpunk
one of
game.
the best developers
He
out
made
there.
Witcher 3.
it looks. Every time I see it, I'm like, man, if it is to the scale that it looks like, it'd be fucking amazing. Like the sheer amount of content and shit that's going on, if it can deliver on that, will be amazing. It feels like the first next gen full blown AAA RPG. Like, you know how like it's a huge step up every generation from like I don't even know. I guess you could probably use Skyrim and I guess Morrowind as a good Like Morrowind was great, but then you step into Skyrim and it's just like a whole new next gen reimagining of it.
It's a whole
Yeah,
new
I get what you're saying.
world.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if this is like the first full blown next gen RPG that really just takes the bar on everything and shoves
I
it
think this might be the
through
game
the
that
roof.
kills the Viking genre. Because if you, well, to be fair,
Cyberpunk's back in, boys.
because Skyrim, like, I think started the Viking genre, like the big genre blowout that Jake was talking about.
Oh yeah, it
Because
was
before
that and the combination of fucking the Vikings TV show catching fire.
because that came out like right after Skyrim, and
And those two
before
things
that,
together
what
just
can you say was like anything Viking before that? Like there was some Viking games, but nothing that took the media by storm.
no.
Yeah, I think. Well, let's see here. Brendan and Jake. I know you guys are pretty well.
Oh yeah, I'm hyped for
Oh,
it. This is
for
day
it.
one easily.
I'm so excited for it. I've been hyped the whole time, and I'm not letting it die down.
I don't want it to be something that it's not. I don't want us to all get like super hyped. It's going to be this gigantic world with like hundreds
He's having
of
Brink
hours.
flashbacks.
Oh yeah, I'm scarred for life from that game.
Me and you tried to make that good.
Yeah,
I tried to
the
make it good by
game-
myself.
The
and it
game
was
had a
just
lot
not
of good aspects, but didn't execute any of them well. And
I mean-
that's what I'm hoping this is. I'm hoping this is not a huge smoke show where it's like, it looks so damn cool, and the world is super fucking small, and there's not that much, and you beat the main game in like 15 hours.
It does.
Looks like they drove outside the city, so it looks like it has other stuff to do other
Yeah,
than
there's like
Night
8
City. which is-
districts to it, from what they said, and it makes it look better that they keep pushing it back to like work on it more.
Yeah.
You know,
If they're really putting the work into the game, like if it's as polished as it seems, and they need more time to kind of fully complete the vision, I'm totally fine with it.
and
But if it comes out after being delayed so many times, then I'm not gonna say bad, but it's kind of just, it's okay, it's good. Then it's gonna be a fucking shit show.
I
Yeah.
have high hopes for them because they did the same thing with Witcher 3. They kept pushing it back and pushing it back and pushing it back, and then it came out and it just blew everyone's mind. And plus, they have all the money in the world. Like literally, the Polish government is like, "We're funding you."
And that
They're no longer
yeah.
just funded by Polish vodka anymore.
Yeah,
we are the government.
yeah. Like because after Witcher 3, the government's like, "We gotta get in on this shit." They're like, "What are you doing? Making Cyberpunk? Here's money."
Here, take more money. But yeah, super excited for it. Trying not to overhype it.
I mean,
Can't
worst
wait
case
till
scenario,
November.
I think it'll be like GTA Cyberpunk Edition, which wouldn't, like you said, Dim, it wouldn't be bad, but that would be kind of disappointing to what it seems like it's kind of hyping itself up to be a bit more than just
I
that.
feel like it's gonna be
Yeah,
a
like, that's
GTA
what-
version of what's that? Deus Ex.
I can feel that.
And if it is, that would be cool.
Yeah.
'cause
I have
it's
zero
fun to
interest in
play.
buying the game, and I think it's way overhyped.
Sounds like someone that
Your
hates
opinion
Keanu
means nothing
Reeves,
to me.
Sounds like a
Joel.
Canadian.
which is surprising because
Okay,
Keanu
well,
Reeves
yeah.
is Canadian.
Well,
I love Keanu Reeves. John Wick is one of the best fucking movie series ever.
Agreed.
I'm not. Anything I've seen so far has not intrigued me,
For me, I love
and it's got way
Cyberpunk.
too much hype.
Well, that's the thing. I think people are going to overhype it. Even if it's a fantastic game, it's not going to live up to the expectations of what people got in their heads of what this game could be. Because that happens
You
a
wouldn't
lot.
let me-
People think, oh, there's going to be just hundreds upon hundreds of locations
well, that's what happened to
in
Last of
this
Us too.
city. And it's like,
All I'm
People
saying is if
get,
you get an army of sex robots to join your revolution against Night City, then it's going to be a solid game. And if it doesn't have that, then I'm going to be
Are you
disappointed.
talking about your dream?
It might have been a dream. I'm not sure.
it's all.
Nope.
it's
Man, this is
all
gonna be
blurred.
weirder
All
than
right.
that dream I had the other night.
Well, yeah, you're. We'll take a step away from the circle jerk, and I've got 2 games left here. Atomic Heart,
Oh yeah.
which,
Yeah.
boy, this game, I've never been more like up in the air about a game. It looks so good, but like a couple other games, it has shown nothing of real like gameplay or real like solid that makes it look anywhere near to being done, even though it was supposed to launch this year. I'm pretty sure it was supposed to launch last year, and now it's just got a to be announced. But yeah, it looks wild. It looks like a Soviet Union Bioshock, and I'm definitely excited for it, but I don't know.
Yeah, it looks super interesting, but like they put out nothing of substance. I'm wondering if it's just vaporware at this point.
That's legit what one guy's brought up, is that it's essentially just never going to release. It was a huge, long conspiracy about this game. I'm not going to get into it, but it's like, holy shit, if this turns out to be true, I'll fucking scream. Like, it was out there.
Was it just like some kind of like elaborate money
like
laundering
it was some
scheme?
sort of like money laundering, money transferring scheme that was never designed to be done. Yeah. I don't really believe it, but at the same time,
there's not really a whole lot of gameplay of it out there.
No, the thing has shown almost zero. Like, they release a trailer every once in a while. It's like, okay, let's get away from the cinematics and try to go to the actual engine. But besides the point. And just got announced the Medium, which is kind of looking like it's going to be a spiritual successor to like Silent Hill.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not quite sure. They haven't really. It's just had one trailer, so it's not like a solid, But it's going to be a horror, adventure, survival game, possibly.
Is it going to be better than Dying Light?
No. Well, it depends how you want to view it. Like, it's not going to be co-op. It's not going to be anything. I think I'll enjoy it, but it's not going to be for everyone. Same people that have done Observer, which is fucking awesome, and Blair Witch, and Layers of Fear. So they've got kind of a reputation for making these types of games, kind of like walking simulators, but not walking sims. And lastly, I'm a shill. It's a new Forza Motorsport for the new console coming out.
Oh, hell
Wait,
yeah.
they're making another
I'm
one?
excited for it, yes. Am I concerned for it? Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, you
more
better
than I
damn be.
ever have been. Because 7 was a huge step away from what the series was as a whole. And I'm not quite sure where they're going to go to get 8. 8's going to have to be...
Bring me back Forza 3.
Forza 3, Forza 4, that kind of golden era, I'd like to return to it. I don't want... They were fucking pushing the goddamn loot boxes and shit when the game came out. It's like, you fucking kidding me? Like, what the fuck? It was very scummy when 7 came out, like, very fucking bad. And I was not a huge fan of how they did it. Now 7 has changed a lot, and I enjoy playing it still. But, yeah, if 8 goes the wrong direction, I'm strained with this series, so I need it to be good.
That sucks to hear. Have they announced any new Horizons yet?
Um,
Because the last one that came out was what, 4 or 3?
4, and it came out last year.
And that was the British one, right?
Yeah, and so I could see him maybe having I don't know. I don't think they're going to launch 2 Forza titles in the same year. I think it's time for a new Forza and possibly a new Horizon next year sometime. Of course, Horizon I don't think also follows the general releases in the fall scheme either. So,
okay.
But yeah, should be looking forward to both of them, honestly, with the new console generation. It should be a launch title. I'd have known.
Honestly, if Forza looks good, drunk streaming nights.
We'll just set hot
Or
laps.
just hot lapping.
Every lap, you take a shot. Whoever can set the fastest lap over the whole night wins.
Hell, I might pick it up and play a few more. I've been wanting to try and get back into the Forza game.
7, Forza. I'm gonna cut this tangent very short here. It started off super simulation-y, and it has opened up the gates to try to get more people to play it, and which is great but at the same time, it loses its kind of overall codex by doing what it's always done.
Yeah.
And now it's just like, well, we'll introduce rewind to help people. And no longer do you get bonuses for turning off assists. Instead, you have to get these fucking mod cards to do them.
That's
It's just,
gross.
yeah,
it's gross.
it's very dumb. And like I said, they fixed 7 to where it's not nearly as scummy as it used to be. But 7, when it launched, was like, I'm fucking done with this series. Like, I'm fucking done. They've ruined everything that was enjoyable to me. Like,
I'm kind of
you can't
surprised
really
they went
modify your
that
car
route.
and play career anymore because there's so many restrictions, and it took too many steps, and it alienated a large group of the fan base because of that. But
That's weird.
Yeah.
So I
We'll
thought the
just
whole
cut
point of the
that there.
Horizon sub-series was to appeal to a wider non-simi crowd.
And it is. The Horizon games are fucking awesome, and they're great fun. But I guess
It's weird
they
that they're
still...
trying to change the main series to something closer to Horizon then.
Well, this started, I think, 3. Joel, I can't remember. Was it 3 that introduced Rewind?
3 or 4.
And
I think it
was
might
the
have...
beginning of the end.
Yeah,
for
Rewind
Super
is
Simi.
basically like, hey,
I
you know
fucked
that
up.
error you made? Yeah, we're just gonna erase it. And you're like, well, that's real dumb.
And it's fine, like, for new players. And it was honestly fine up until the recent one, until they cut out all the bonuses for not having Rewind and not having all these assists on. Because now it's just like, fuck, you can throw whatever you want on. They're still going to pay you the same. And it's like, okay, that's fine, I guess. Not really what I want. But
Yeah, at least you could turn up Rewind and make extra money from it.
yeah.
But, you know.
But yeah, that's all for me, really. I mean, there's a couple other ones I'm looking forward to, but nothing really of...
Is that it? Is that all the major games we're looking forward to?
I
think
haven't
Brendan-
gone.
Brennan's got to go, yeah.
Oh, not entirely. Okay.
Okay. So, Cyberpunk, looking forward to that.
Yep.
Werewolf the Apocalypse, looking forward to that. Vampire the Masquerade 2, looking forward to that. Marvel Avengers, looking forward to that. One that is really intriguing to me is Gods and Monsters, done by the creators of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. They're giving them like full reign to make their own like.
You have my interest.
Yeah, they're letting them have their full reign on a Greek mythology game, and they've only showed one trailer and have not talked about it since. But the trailer looked amazing.
From the creators of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and it's about Greek gods.
Hell
Yeah, well, you have my half chub.
Yep.
So
have my
Basically,
hand.
like
kind of looks like...
something happened to the gods, and you got to save them all. So it's anti-God of War.
The trailer was really short. It was very much like a teaser trailer.
Yeah.
It just showed like a guy attacking a demon, and it was like over. And then like the guy said like 2 sentences, and that was like the trailer.
Mhm.
Wow, impressive.
I
Looks
know.
nice though.
the art of the teaser trailer.
Yeah. One that just popped up that I'm now like super hyped for is Metal Hellsinger, and it's basically Doom, but how Doom should have been. They added actual heavy metal music to it.
See, I don't know why you keep saying Doom doesn't have heavy metal. 'Cause I went back and listened to the soundtrack, and there's metal in
Yeah,
it.
when you go berserk, which is like 3 times in the game that it allows you to. The rest of it, it's
No,
just
there's
like
regular
techno
heavy metal
music.
that plays.
Dude, nah.
Nah, like every track I listened to had
Yeah,
heavy guitar.
It's in the
and
track,
drums.
but when I played the game, I barely heard
Not
any metal.
enough.
Like it was more techno.
far did you
It was
get?
more techno with some electric guitar riffs in it, and that was about it.
How far did you
I beat
get?
the game. Like the
We must have different definitions of metal
We
then,
do-
because to
Jake,
me that
to
sounds
be
like
honest, we
heavy
do.
metal.
you've strayed away from the path.
because it has electronic stuff in it that doesn't make it metal.
No, I'm saying there's more electronic music in it than actual heavy metal. When you told me about it, you were like, dude, this is heavy metal shit. And I was expecting like just full tracks of heavy metal. And I didn't get that.
Like, you gotta remember, Jake, like, Killing Floor, you probably think Killing Floor 2 has like tons of heavy metal, and it's like half heavy metal and half metal. Like, it's not entirely heavy metal.
Yeah, like shit, that
Like,
game
it's
had
kind of
more
its
heavy
own
metal
genre.
in it than Doom. Granted, there's
That
a
I can
setting
agree
in it
with.
where you can turn that on. But anyway, Mel Hellsinger is like Doom. You're a demon just killing other demons. And the soundtrack is all heavy metal, and it's you get a better score when you kill to the rhythm of the music. And they brought in a bunch of heavy metal singers to sing for the game. Some of them being my favorite singers. And they've shown a lot of gameplay of it too, since they put out the trailer like 3 weeks ago. And so it just looks amazing to me. It's the heavy metal game I've been wanting since Brutal Legend.
It's gonna try to take
I'm
the
interested to see how they're
reins
going to
away.
keep it rhythm based.
Oh, have you watched the trailer yet?
Uh-uh.
Oh, so you didn't watch it when I
Like,
put
you
it
got
in?
to take certain shots to the music,
Yeah.
or
If you would have watched what I put into the Loot Boys, you would have seen it. But I see who watches my stuff now.
The
I'll be
savagery
sure not
knows
to
no
watch any of
bounds.
your shit now.
noted.
And then the one I'm most hyped about, Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Hell yeah.
I am so looking forward to that. I'm probably gonna have to buy the Ultimate Edition. My wife's just gonna have to fucking deal with it.
I might have to too.
You don't have to pay bills that week. It's okay.
No, just not for another 5 days.
Looks like it's ramen this month.
Because I love how they're taking
we're gonna
away
have to move out.
the loot system that they introduced into Origins. Now it's just customization, like, so you don't always have to be grinding and shit in the game, which I thought was the downfall of both of Odyssey and Origins. And you get to fully customize your character, which is real cool. So Joel can essentially make Askeladd.
Yep. 100%.
That's all he wants, really.
Yep. I'm naming. Do you have ships in that game? Do you have your own ship? I
Yeah, you
haven't
get
looked
your
into
own longboat.
I'm naming it the Askechad.
Yeah, and from what I read, there's not going to be a lot of like sea battles in it, as there was in the last game, Odyssey. It's going to be more exploration based when it comes to the ships, which
That's fine
makes
with me.
sense. And a lot of raiding. You can set up a raid and shit.
Yeah.
Oh yes, the pillaging.
I'm excited for it. All right. Do we have any honorable mentions that we want to throw out there, real quick, or have we gone through everything that we've thought of?
I could throw out the Smash DLC. There's a new Smash character.
Okay, so we've gone through all of them then.
We're done.
The savagery.
Oh,
All right. Well, thanks for listening
I
to
got
this. Oh,
one.
you thought something?
Remember the
All right.
Star Wars pod racing? That was they're
Yes.
remaking it for PC and PS4. Whoo! Drunk racing? Yes, sir.
I was about to say. So we have another drunk racing
I'll
game
fucking
that's adding
destroy
to
you.
this.
Fucking pod racing. Oh, that Star
No,
Wars
that's-
Squadrons game looks like it
Oh,
could be
yeah, I
decent.
totally
if you
forgot
didn't
about
fuck it
that.
up.
And finally plays the good boys, the Empire.
Hell yeah.
Empire did nothing wrong.
Luke
God
Skywalker
damn.
was initiated.
These boys are on Reddit too much. I gotta tell you.
Oh, no. I've read the expansions. Expanded
Yeah, the Jedi are kind of they're kind of like the real world government. They're just corrupt as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The prequel era Jedi
Alright.
were just asking
The
for it.
Sith, whenever they're all ruling, it's the most peaceful time.
And fucking younglings had it coming.
He's,
Okay, I don't know
did
about
you
that
see
one.
the way that little bitch
I'm
asked
just
Anakin
waiting
what they were
for
gonna
that.
do? Rude.
I mean, I gotta agree with Dimon here, just to support the prequel memes reference.
Oh boy.
Oh, and Tony Hawk's
Jeez.
Pro Skater 1 too.
Yeah, that coming back. That and a new skate game, right?
Yep.
Skate
Yeah,
XL.
Skate 4.
Oh,
What is happening?
how did no one talk about it? Diablo 4?
Because they
I
showed like
think
one
it's
trailer
going on the place.
and no one's talked about it.
I'm excited for it. The
And
gameplay
plus,
was dope.
Warcraft 3 Reforged came out, so everyone's just kind of like not big on Blizzard except for Jelly.
I'm not
Yeah.
the least experienced Blizzard player here, to be honest.
But you're also the only guy hyping up Overwatch 2.
I was
I
gonna
honestly
say
forgot that was a
you have an
thing.
Overwatch Stan, and I don't care about it.
And we can't forget Destroy All Humans.
Fucking Joel has transcended the Overwatch fandom.
He
Yeah.
went over to the CS:GO fandom.
Yeah, he's traded
I don't even
sides.
think he's done that.
Yep.
He's just gone back to League.
I mean, League's a pretty good game, man.
Dude,
He's like fucking playing all the sides.
I will disagree with
I
you
mean, I'd
because
say-
you were the
I'd say I
worst
would-
teacher at that time.
Yeah,
You
I am.
did teach me the basics.
Oh,
but
and I openly, that is one of the few times I've openly apologized for being a dickhead in the video
it
game.
wasn't even that you were a dickhead. It was just like you taught me the basics, and then we got into a match, and I got fucking raped. And you're like, oh, by the way, you can use this item if you just got to click here and here. I'm like, the game's over. You're like, yeah, sorry, I forgot.
Fucking dead, man.
You can heal.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy.
All right. Well, on that note, thank you for tuning into this episode of the Handsome Jacks podcast. You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, Buzzsprout, Google Podcast, Stitcher, and iHeartRadio, and hopefully more to come. Until next time, see ya.
Later.
Bye-bye now.
Have a good night.